Hey everybody, this is Robot here from Vespa Motorsport and ScooterWest.com. This is going to be a quick video here. Of course, the title says it all. What's the difference between a 2020 Vespa and a 2021? And I'm just speaking about the Vespa Primavera and Sprint and the GTS. So the GTS had a major revision. In Europe is 2019 that the HPE engine was introduced. I pretty much saw it for the first time in October 2018, back when I was in Italy. You can see some of those old videos when I was like, whoa, they put a new motor in the GTS. So that was pretty substantial. And for the 2020 model of the Vespa, commonly referred to as the HPE, that was a major revision to the Vespa GTS. So the 2021s are out. Whether it's the Sean Witherspoon Special Edition Primavera or you got the Racing 60s GTS that's behind me, I looked over these things with a fine-tooth comb and just tried to look for little differences, and I hardly found any. So the only difference I really found is I looked at the battery tray underneath there. They slightly changed the design of it. I think the battery fits in there a little bit better and the wires kind of fit a little bit better. That's the only thing I could find different between the 2020 and the 2021 iJet Primavera and Sprint. As for the 50s, I can't speak for it. I assume no change has been made on the 50cc models as well. Moving on to the Vespa GTS 300. So I've looked over these with a fine-tooth comb. Can't really find anything different. Same with the software in the engine management, the ABS system. They all look and appear to be the same components as 2020. If you owned an early 2020, you know some of them had some brake issues. Of course, there was a recall that took care of that. That kind of stuff happens. There's one undesirable thing that happened. It was like a mid-production 2020 thing that they did. It does look a little cleaner. They re-engineered the US license plate holder where they moved it up and put the reflector that's actually spot welded to the frame. Well, the problem with it is not all license frames fit very well because it's so tucked up to the taillight. It does have a little bit better look because the original one was shifted lower and you see the fastener behind the license frame. So that could be a plus or a minus. If you have an early 2020, it would have the original edition license frame. And the only other thing I've noticed is the side stand now has a reinforcement to it. The very early editions just had this wire like they've always had for the side stand. They added this extra reinforcement. I've only seen a couple of these side stands ever fail. Like this wire will bend, but you usually can bend it back, and I have seen a couple where they're broken right here. And that's on the much older GTSs. So that's just one minor revision that they made. So that's it. Nothing else I could notice. So if you own a 2020, you should feel good about your purchase. They didn't make any major changes for the 2021s, other than some pretty awesome color scheme changes. Until next time, this is Robot here from Vespa Motorsport and ScooterWest.com. If you're looking for parts for your new or vintage Vespa, of course, check us out on our web, ScooterWest.com. If you're in San Diego, make an appointment and feel free to stop by. This is a new era. Robot here.